All right, we are in May. We are manifesting. We are talking about money and momentum. So we did our training yesterday. If you didn't watch it, go back and watch that because these are going to work off of each other. So let's get started. I'm going to share my screen. Give you guys my sexy PowerPoint. All right, can you guys see that? Oh, just one second. That's the one I want. All right, can you guys see that?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, so we're doing day 2 today, momentum and manifestation, which will equal money. Yesterday was day 1, right? So we're talking about rewiring your mindset. We're just doing some rewiring inside of what you have been thinking to create a new outcome for yourself. So now that we've started shifting our mindset around money, we're going to shift our mindset around momentum. Now, remember the high when you joined your first opportunity, or this might be your first opportunity or your new business, and there was a high of excitement. There was a feeling of opportunity. You had new team, new people, you were learning new things. You knew you were going to be able to quit your job or pay off debt. Maybe you were going to travel more, and then a week went by, 2 weeks went by, 3 weeks went by, and those feelings started to diminish. The essence of being truly alive, having those feelings all the time, comes from one thing, and it comes from falling in love with the process. Success is not a thing to be had. It's not the 10,000 a month because you're going to want 20. It's not the house because you're going to get tired of it, want a bigger one, want a smaller one. It's not the car because you're going to want a new one. It's falling in love with the journey, falling in love with the process, always stretching every single day, always stretching, always being in forward momentum, and always expecting the best. People are happiest when they are in the process of achieving, knowing that they are on the right track to creating that momentum. Every day feels like the day you started. Every day is that fun and carefree feeling. Every single day is a yes day. So what keeps us from finding the momentum? Here are some of the hidden rules, society's rules. These are rules that were placed by authority figures that potentially could be stunting your momentum or your growth. One of them is desire. It is false that desire creates wealth. Most people think that if they want something bad enough, they're going to get it. We all desire more wealth, health, happiness. But how many people do you really know that have all three? How many people have even just 2 of them? Desire creates a yearning for it. It has none of the magical energy that you need to create. Hard work. How many of us have been working hard our whole lives and still don't have success? Would working twice as hard as we're working now make us more successful? Or would we be divorced or dead? Hard work is a good thing. It does not guarantee success. Being a good person. How many financially successful jerks do you know? Money doesn't have a conscience. Neither does health, wealth. It doesn't care where it goes. It just goes to people. Being educated. The more education, the better. Yet the more people learn, the more ignorant they become. If millions of people have found the secret to success, then it's got to be this one thing: self-motivation. Self-motivation is a combination. It isn't just one. It's physical, It's emotional, it's spiritual, and it's mental energy. Having self-motivation is going to move you to act and attract what we need to do to make progress. We easily choose these things, and we must do them every day with ease and flow. It's a vibration. We open ourselves up to see what we need to see to find our way. We talked about that yesterday, just kind of opening up the beliefs of what we have been taught, what we have thought up until now, with no judgment, in deciding if we need to put a new set of glasses on and we need to write a new story and a new chapter. We're going to talk about creating self-motivation, because all five, it's a combination of all of it. Now, if you could get yourself motivated enough and keep yourself motivated enough, what do you think you could achieve? Acting, attracting, and seeing are all ways to define motivation, but these are 5 practical ones. Enthusiasm. Now, enthusiasm at the very end has an IASM, and that is I am sold myself. Enthusiasm is an energy. What could you do if you got yourself and kept yourself enthusiastic? What could you create with the power of enthusiasm about the process of prospecting? Because you are sold yourself. Courage. Courage is not a genetic quality. It is a state of mind and heart. It's about making different decisions when you are prospecting. You are as successful as you choose to be. What happens when we don't have courage? We chicken out. We make up stories about the outcome that sends us packing. One path leads to success. The other path leads to frustration. So we get to choose to be a chicken or a champion. But what could you do if you got yourself and kept yourself courageous? Persistence. Every single worthwhile venture is going to have a setback. You are going to get knocked down, sometimes really, really, really hard. And the ability to get back up is what sets us apart. Motivated people not only see what's possible, but they bounce back up off the mat pretty quickly, and they know that they have to get back up again. Who do you know that could have massive success, but they can't get back up? When have you, my silly sentences, when have you not been able to get back up? Notice that the person who wins never stops. They never stop creating. They never stop solving. And they never stop relaunching. Physical energy. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of an Iron Man. It is months and months of 2 to 4 hour intense training each and every single day. Physical energy is also not genetic. It is pure motivation. They do it with the outcome, but they have to create the physical energy in order to create the Ironman Marathon. And the last one is creativity. There are 2 distinct forms of creativity as it applies to self-motivation. The first one is solving problems. We use our brains to come up with a solution, like 1 + 1 = 2. Sometimes it's just finding a new perspective or a new way of saying things that moves us forward. We talked about this yesterday with our affirmations. One way of looking at any goal is the only thing standing in the way of where you are now and where you want to be is a set of problems. If you solve the problem, you make progress towards the goal. Creativity is not genetic. The most brilliant people in the world were not smart. They were motivated. And motivation solves problems. So when we can create an outlook that does not look easy, we create procrastination. And procrastination is the kiss of death. If we think we will be sad or embarrassed, we kill it immediately. We do nothing with it. Self-motivation sees a prospect and naturally assumes it will work out for both parties. It's simple, it's fun, it's easy. The result will always be, I don't know what that was supposed to say, but if you are scared, timid, forced, there will be no approach at all. If you come from scared, timid, or feeling like it's forced, there's going to be no approach at all. So what could you get out of May if you kept yourself and got yourself self-motivated? So today was a little bit quicker. Oop, let me stop sharing my screen. But I think just as much powerful as it was yesterday. Because the idea is we have attracted a lot of stuff, a lot of thoughts. And what happens is we assume based off projection. We'll talk about that tomorrow. What we believe ourselves, we project onto others. If it's hard for us, we're going to assume it's hard for everybody. But if it's easy for us, it will be easy for them too, because we want to assume the best. Every day is a yes day. And falling in love with prospecting is falling in love with the process. So that is what I have for you guys today. We can open it up if you have any Q&A. Otherwise, go do some homework and ask yourself, what could you create if you created and kept courage? If you created and kept persistence? If you created and kept self-motivation? All right, then you guys may go do your homework, and I will see you here tomorrow and hopefully hear some feedback inside of school. Have a great day.